The time is now to architect a life of excellence. What will we do? Who will we become? We decide today. This is Learn, Do, Become Radio with April and Eric Perry. Let's move onward and upward together.
Hello and welcome to Learn, Do, Become Radio. I'm April Perry, and today's podcast is lesson 1 of our holiday planning workshop. If you go sign up at learndobecome.com/holiday, you can access all 5 of our holiday training sessions, which are very quick 5-6 minute videos and audios that will help walk through this simple process. Now, we're sharing audio number 1 here on the podcast, but if you want to see the photos that go with it, the planning template for your family, and all the additional resources that we have to make holiday planning so simple, make sure you sign up at learndobecome.com/holiday. Enjoy today's audio, and we can't wait to see you soon at learndobecome.com. Welcome to Lesson 1 of the Learn, Do, Become Holiday Planning Workshop. Today we're focusing on how to identify the purpose and principles behind why we're actually celebrating and how to create an outcome vision. Now, the assignment that goes with this is simply to have a planning meeting, or you could have some casual conversations with your family and then sit down and record the things that your family members shared, whatever works best for you. But I'll just share a few ideas for how to do this, and hopefully this will feel fun and exciting and simple so that you can actually create a holiday plan that feels amazing for you. Last night, I actually did this with Eric and our children. We just sat down around the table, and I had a big sheet of paper and just asked a few questions. Now, we'll have a template to accompany this audio to make it extra simple for you, but I'll just share a few of the questions that we discussed last night. So first, I just asked our children, why are we celebrating? And then we wrote down a few ideas, things that they were thinking about, things that I was thinking about. Then I asked, what will be true by the end of the season? Now, of course, my children are excited about having lots of presents. And our daughter Grace was writing, and she was, kind of wrote it really big, lots of presents. And it was kind of a joke, kind of not a joke, which I understand. Children are often very excited about the fun and the gift giving involved in the holidays. But also we talked about the importance of service and spending time with our family and being able to have this be a really meaningful experience for all of us. So after discussing that, then I just had a few questions written down, like what will make this wildly successful? What will it look like, feel like, sound like, taste like? And I invited our children to envision the details. And this is where I shared a few ideas like moving at a doable pace, and that my daughter said she wanted to play more Christmas music on the piano, and our son did as well. So we want to work on sight reading, piano music, and I'm working on the guitar. We want to get things done in advance. We want quiet nights at home. We want to have music. We want to have really nice traditions of service and being able to see extended family members and friends. So we wrote down a few of our ideas. And we also just had a lot of discussions, things that we didn't necessarily write down. But this piece of paper where we recorded our thoughts and ideas helped us to just all get on the same page. So I encourage you to do this. Set up just a few minutes, talk with your family members, and help everybody to share what their expectations are so that you know how to move forward in the next couple of months. Here's a few additional ideas to consider. First, I hope all of us can focus on the 9s and 10s. We can always add other things in later, but let's imagine that you rated each of your traditions, activities, expense items, etc. with a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being things you're so excited about and 1 being things you don't really care about. You'll want to focus on the ideas that are 9s and 10s because there are so many ways we can overwhelm ourselves during this holiday time, but the 9s and 10s are the things that we actually care about and the things that we most likely will actually remember. Number 2, remember that life is going to happen. People might get sick and unexpected expenses might come up, or you might have some new challenges or opportunities occur. I mean, even just 10 minutes before I sat down to record this, I got a phone call from a family member sharing an emergency that's going on in my extended family. And there's a lot of hard stuff going on in the background. So if we're going to plan everything to a really tight schedule, that won't allow room for these unexpected events where we may be needed in our family and our community. But when you think about it, these unplanned events, plus the need to continue doing regular laundry and meal prep and email management and work, and the fact that we'll most likely be having cards and treats and gifts, etc., coming into our lives from people who want to share their love for us. And we want to enjoy, and we want to accommodate all the busyness of the season, all the fun of the season into our lives. That just can easily lead to overwhelm. So we really want to protect ourselves and our families from as much disruption and chaos as possible, and simplifying is going to be huge. 3, we want to remember that even just 2 to 3 magical memories can make the season. There was one year, I think it was like 7 years ago, and we went and made candy cane airplanes with my mom and dad. This was one of the last years that my mom was able to come out to the living room and actually sit up in a chair. She passed away from Alzheimer's. And my dad sat with us and we made these candy cane airplanes while my mom was singing. Now, looking back, I can't even tell you one gift that I bought or received that year. I can't tell you anything else that we did that year. But being there to make those candy cane airplanes was a beautiful moment. There's a book called The Power of Moments that I've been reading that I love. It explains that even if most of an experience isn't awesome, our brain will highlight the magic moments within it and will most likely remember that. So that helps us take some of the pressure off, where there might be some grumbling and complaining, or you might feel like, oh, I just don't have the time or energy or money to do everything magical that I've wanted to. But often the very simple, beautiful, inexpensive moments with the people we love are the ones that we'll remember. So I hope that this is a wonderful experience for you and your family. If you need to do the planning session a little bit on the sly because your family doesn't want to sit down and have an official planning meeting, that's fine. Maybe during a carpool or during a time when you're cooking dinner, you can just ask questions to your family members like, hey, what are you most excited about for the holidays? Or what's something that you really want to do together as a family? Or, hey, what have your friends been talking about that they're going to be doing? Are there any activities you'd want to participate in with them? Things like that. That can help to make this wonderful. So good luck. Go check out the template that we have with that. Plan a time if you can to have this meeting, and then you'll be ready to move on to lesson number 2. Thank you so much for being with us on today's little mini episode of Learn, Do, Become Radio. Again, if you liked what you heard today about how to identify the purpose and principles and outcome vision for your holiday planning, we have more amazing resources for you if you sign up at learndobecome.com/holiday. We're going to talk about how to brainstorm, how to organize using paper or digital resources, and how to actually get your tasks on your lists. At Learn to Become, we want to take care of you. We help people who are drowning in the everyday details of life to develop simple systems that help them to do what matters most, both personally and professionally. And if you're tired of living in piles and you want to feel excited about your life, come join us. See you soon at Learn to Become. And remember, you can sign up for all of these awesome holiday resources at learndobecome.com/holiday.